Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. The NFL world just got shaken up with a signing that nobody saw coming, but everyone's talking about now. Keenan Allen, the veteran wide receiver known for his route-running precision and clutch hands, is taking his talents to South Beach. That's right. The Miami Dolphins have locked him in for a deal worth a jaw-dropping $16 million per year. It's a move that instantly sends shockwaves through the AFC, not just because of the money, but because of what Allen brings to a team that already had one of the most explosive offenses in football. Picture this: Tua Tagovailoa, with Tyreek Hill streaking downfield, Jalen Waddle slicing through coverage, and now Keenan Allen sitting underneath as the perfect safety valve. That's offensive chaos waiting to happen. Allen's game isn't about burning defenders with speed, it's about surgical precision. He's a route-running savant who knows how to create separation with timing, footwork, and veteran savvy. For Miami, this isn't just about adding another target. It's about giving Tua that steady, reliable presence when things get tight. When the blitz comes and chaos unfolds, Allen becomes that lethal escape route. The Dolphins just might have found their missing piece to unlock a truly unstoppable offense. What makes this move even juicier is how it changes the whole dynamic for opposing defenses. Teams already lose sleep trying to figure out how to contain Hill and Waddle, two of the fastest receivers in the league. Now, imagine adding Allen to that equation, a master of reading coverages, sitting down in soft zones, and bailing out his quarterback on third downs. Defenses will be forced to pick their poison. Blitz Tua, and Allen will punish you with a quick slant or a perfectly timed comeback route. Drop back in zone, and Hill or Waddle will torch you deep. It's a nightmare scenario for defensive coordinators, and you can almost hear the panic spreading across the AFC East. The Dolphins have been criticized for relying too heavily on explosive plays, but this signing changes that. Allen brings balance, composure, and experience, the kind of football IQ that can settle a young quarterback in tough moments. He's not flashy, but he's efficient, dependable, and clutch when it matters most. For Tua, who's been looking for a consistent security blanket, Allen could be that difference maker who turns tight games into confident wins. This is chess, not checkers, and the Dolphins just made a master move. What's fascinating here is the narrative arc for Keenan Allen himself. After years of wearing the Chargers' lightning bolt, battling through injuries and endless quarterback changes, he now lands in a system built for precision and speed. Some thought his best years were behind him, that maybe he'd become just another veteran chasing one last payday. But this deal with Miami proves otherwise. It's not just about the money. It's about opportunity and relevance. Allen gets to join one of the most exciting young teams in football under a coach who loves to get creative with offensive schemes. Imagine Mike McDaniel's playbook expanding overnight, finding ways to weave Allen's crisp routes into motion-heavy designs that keep defenses off balance. Allen won't need to carry the offense. He'll complement it, thrive in the gaps left open by Hill and Waddle, and give Tua that reliable first read that keeps the chains moving. The Dolphins didn't just sign a veteran. They signed a football mind, a player who understands nuance and detail. And if Allen stays healthy, this could go down as one of the smartest free agency moves of the season, turning Miami's offense from electric to surgical. There's also a psychological element to this move that can't be ignored. The Dolphins are sending a clear message. They're not here to participate. They're here to dominate. Every year, fans and analysts question Tua's ability to lead this team deep into the playoffs, citing his health and decision-making under pressure. Well, Keenan Allen's arrival directly addresses that concern. He's not a young prospect who needs development. He's a proven professional who thrives under chaos. When plays break down, when the pocket collapses, Allen knows how to improvise and make himself available. That kind of awareness doesn't just help a quarterback, it builds trust. And trust is what separates playoff teams from contenders. This partnership could elevate Tua's efficiency to new levels, especially on critical downs where the Dolphins have struggled in the past. You can already picture it. 3rd and 8, the crowd roaring, the blitz coming, and Tua hitting Allen on a sharp pivot route for the conversion. That's the kind of play Miami fans have been dreaming of, not flashy, but winning football. And now, it's within reach. What makes this rumor even more captivating is the timing. The AFC East has become an arms race, with every team trying to outgun the other. The Bills have Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, for now. The Jets are banking on Aaron Rodgers' comeback, and the Patriots are rebuilding quietly but hungrily. Miami knew it couldn't stand still. Bringing in Keenan Allen isn't just a luxury move. It's a statement that they're ready to take that next step. And let's not forget, this signing could also help extend Tua's career. Having a receiver who can read the field as quickly as the quarterback himself means fewer forced throws, fewer hits, and fewer risks. Allen's presence gives the offense rhythm and predictability in a good way. Every drive becomes more structured, every read cleaner. The Dolphins are building a system where skill meets intelligence, and that's a deadly mix. This isn't just about fireworks anymore. It's about sustainability, balance, and execution. And in today's NFL, that's how you win in January and February. Fans are already buzzing online, calling this the chess move of the offseason, and they're not wrong. The fit between Allen and the Dolphins feels almost too perfect to be true. Miami's offense thrives on timing, motion, and anticipation, three things that align perfectly with Allen's strengths. He's not the guy who'll go viral for a one-handed catch, but he's the guy who'll quietly rack up 8 receptions, 70 yards, and 2 key third-down conversions that keep drives alive. And in playoff football, that's gold. The question now is, can this new trio coexist and share the spotlight? Hill and Waddle are stars who demand targets, and Tua will need to manage egos as much as defenses. But if they can buy into the collective vision, this could be something special. You can sense the excitement in Miami, the belief that this team is finally maturing into a contender. And for Keenan Allen, it's the perfect chance to rewrite his legacy, from loyal Charger to the missing puzzle piece in a potential Super Bowl run. This is more than a signing, it's a signal. Miami's not playing around. The buzz around Keenan Allen's signing isn't dying down. In fact, it's growing louder by the minute. Reports out of Miami suggest that Tagovailoa is already thrilled about the move, calling Allen's addition a dream scenario for his progression as a quarterback. And honestly, who can blame him? Tua's career has been a roller coaster, filled with flashes of brilliance and moments of doubt. But what he's lacked consistently is that veteran receiver who knows how to calm the storm. Keenan Allen brings exactly that. He's not just a target. He's a stabilizer, the kind of player who helps his quarterback find rhythm when the playbook starts to tighten. Fans remember how Tua struggled when defenses adjusted mid-game. But with Allen, there's finally that outlet who understands spacing, timing, and tempo. Think of it like a safety valve that also happens to be a first-down machine. Every quarterback dreams of having a guy who always seems to be open when everything else goes wrong. That's who Keenan Allen has been his entire career, and now, he's about to bring that reliability to one of the most dynamic offenses in the league. What makes this even more poetic is how it flips the narrative on Miami's offense. For years, critics have said the Dolphins are all flash, built for highlights, not for grinded-out football. That might be about to change. Keenan Allen is the definition of grind. He's not about post-game quotes or end-zone dances. He's about execution, repetition, and discipline. The man runs routes like an artist paints strokes, deliberate, thoughtful, and efficient. You won't find wasted motion in his game, and that's exactly the kind of influence Miami's young receivers can benefit from. Imagine Hill and Waddle learning from a technician like Allen, understanding how to manipulate defenders with subtlety instead of just speed. This move doesn't just improve the roster, it elevates the culture. And make no mistake, this kind of veteran presence can be contagious. Players feed off consistency. If Allen can set that tone in the locker room and on the practice field, the Dolphins might finally become the balanced team that can win in more ways than one. The flash remains, but now it comes with substance. There's also something to be said about the connection between Allen and coach Mike McDaniel. McDaniel's offense thrives on precision. It's like a symphony where every route, every motion, and every read has a purpose. Keenan Allen fits that philosophy like a glove. He's the type of receiver who studies every angle, who knows not just where he needs to be, but why. That kind of football intelligence is invaluable in a system that depends on spacing and timing. Expect McDaniel to use Allen in creative ways, lining him up in the slot, moving him outside, even using him in motion to disguise looks. It's not hard to imagine plays designed to free uphill deep while Allen eats underneath routes alive. And with Tua's accuracy in the short to intermediate range, the chemistry could be instant. It's one of those pairings that just makes sense on paper and feels destined to work on the field. You can almost see it now. McDaniel smiling on the sideline, Tua dicing up defenses with quick releases, and Allen making those surgical catches that keep drives alive. But let's be real. As exciting as this looks, there's always risk. Allen's injury history is no secret. At 33, he's no longer the young, springy receiver who can take endless hits over the middle. Durability will be the main question hanging over this deal. $16 million a year is a serious investment, and Miami's front office knows they're gambling on both talent and health. Yet, when you consider the potential payoff, it's hard to argue with the logic. If Allen stays on the field for even 15 games, his impact could be transformative. The Dolphins' offense has lacked a possession receiver who can keep drives steady when the deep ball isn't there. Allen brings that balance, the ability to slow the game down when chaos looms. In a league where speed dominates headlines, sometimes patience wins games. And that's exactly what Allen represents: patience, precision, and professionalism. If he can stay upright, this might be the signing that finally gives Miami the offensive identity it's been chasing for years. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? The ripple effects of this signing might go even deeper than expected. Opposing teams now have to completely re-strategize their defensive approach. Before Allen's arrival, most coordinators could focus on preventing the deep strike, loading zones to keep Hill and Waddle in check. Now, that plan's obsolete. With Allen commanding attention underneath, defenses will be forced to bring coverage closer to the line, opening up space downfield. It's a nightmare scenario for any secondary. The Dolphins' offense just became multidimensional, and that's what separates contenders from pretenders. What's more, Allen's presence could help extend drives, giving Miami's defense more rest, a subtle but crucial benefit late in the season. It's not just about scoring points. It's about controlling tempo and dictating rhythm. For a team that sometimes felt like it lived and died by the big play, this move brings balance. Suddenly, the Dolphins look less like a highlight reel and more like a well-rounded football machine ready to grind opponents into submission. That's the mark of a maturing contender. At the end of the day, this move feels like a statement of intent, the kind that shifts the entire tone of a franchise. The Dolphins aren't just hoping to make the playoffs anymore. They're aiming to make noise when they get there. Keenan Allen's signing is more than just another offseason headline. It's a cultural reset. It tells the league that Miami is serious about surrounding Tua with the right tools, not just flashy ones. And for Allen, it's a second act filled with purpose, a chance to prove he still belongs among the elite. Fans can already sense the buzz building. Social media flooded with mock lineups. Analysts debating whether this makes Miami a true Super Bowl threat. The truth? It just might. Because when you mix Allen's steadiness with Hill's explosiveness, Waddle's agility, and McDaniel's creativity, you get something rare, an offense that's both beautiful and brutal. The rest of the league better take notice. The Dolphins just turned their offense into a lethal weapon, and Keenan Allen might be the trigger. Speculation about the timing of Waddle and Chubb's departures adds another layer of intensity, with insiders suggesting that the Dolphins are meticulously orchestrating every announcement to minimize disruption. Reports indicate that staggered communications, carefully framed press releases, and coordinated media appearances are all part of a strategy to maintain fan engagement while controlling the narrative. The interplay between public perception and internal morale is reportedly a central consideration, as management seeks to balance transparency with discretion, ensuring that players, coaching staff, and front office personnel are aligned throughout the transition process. Analysts have highlighted that timing is critical in maximizing trade value, particularly when considering peak interest from other teams and market conditions that may fluctuate with draft picks, injuries, or emerging free agents. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.